Get the latest on the situation in Cape Town. Now there's some relief efforts underway for students at the University of Cape Town. They, of course, aren't in their residences at the moment. The organisation Gift of the Givers has been doing what it can this afternoon. Its founder is Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman. Dr. Suleiman, good afternoon to you. What kind of help do people in Cape Town need this afternoon?
Good afternoon, Stephen. There's two categories of help. One is the students themselves, and one which also we're helping the firefighters. For the students, the basic requirements are three: food, drinks, and personal hygiene items. Last night, we prepared meals for 4,000 students, and they are scattered in 29 different hotels. So it's quite a logistic challenge to move through all the different hotels, but it's been remarkable the amount of support that has come from the people of Cape Town. Breakfast had to be arranged this morning. Lunch is already has been delivered this afternoon, and we prepare for supper. The university has asked us if we can prepare 3 meals a day, which we are doing. We're providing the drinks, and we're also hoping to set up tea stations for late evening. Whilst we were there yesterday, they asked us for soap, toothbrushes, and toothpaste. And a lot of people have responded with that. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, my teams are packaging these hygiene items to be delivered to the students. And of course, the firefighters themselves, yesterday after we delivered to the students, at 20 to 1 in the morning, my teams decided to go on the mountain. And when they met the firefighters and asked, what do you require? They said they were hungry. And they had last eaten at 9 a.m. the day before. So we provided meals for the firefighters. And now as part of the package assisting the students, we'll be helping the firefighters with meals also.
Do you have the resources, the money, the food that you need? Where are you getting it all from, Dr. Suleiman? This has all had to happen very, very quickly, and some people are quite desperate.
Yes, Stephen, because we're almost 29 years in the disaster business, we always have items on standby. And we're already monitoring the situation from early yesterday morning, and we're preparing to respond if the need arises. Of course, we're not expecting to respond to 4,000 students 3 times a day, and that we didn't know of. But anyway, it's in our capacity, we can do that. But also, the public and the corporates have been extremely generous. Vodacom called us this morning and said giving us 3 million rand. And in addition to that, they're providing free data to the students and free airtime also. And Engine has come in, Messmart, ShopRite, Pick n Pay, and so many other companies. A lot of companies have come forward, and a lot of individuals have come forward.
It's really quite incredible. You've been able to do this all very, very quickly. This has been a very quick issue. How difficult was it to get all the logistics right?
Our advantage is that we don't have much of a logistics issue because we have our own warehouses, we have our own permanent staff. We don't depend on volunteers. Yes, the volunteers are extremely useful to deliver food to 29 hotels. It would have taken us much longer if we did it ourselves. But the fact that people came in their own cars made it much faster. But our own system, we have our own trucks, we have our own vehicles, we have our own system. We're used to doing this kind of stuff at short notice. What helped tremendously was the fact that Old Mutual gave us a building that's fairly central. It has its own feeding facility, and it's big enough to store items. Volunteers could easily come there, so that helped a lot. And those volunteers were helping us pack, they were helping us move food from the pot into the foam dishes and deliver to all the different hotels. So that helped us a lot. But in terms of the actual logistics, we run big projects in Eastern Cape from Cape Town, and we run projects throughout the country from Maritzburg, and we run projects throughout the world from one city. So we're quite, specialized in doing disaster at short notice.
What help do you need from people now? Obviously, I presume that money is always welcome in your organization in doing what you do. What else would you need? Do you need more volunteers? Do you need more food?
Food we need, drinks we need, volunteers for now, it's enough. We have quite a few people offering, groups of volunteers are coming. We're afraid we don't have, people sitting on top of each other and then create a super spreader event for COVID-19. We have to bring in our medical teams to make sure people are following the rules. But everybody was really, really well behaved in terms of masking and social distancing. So people are mature, they understand that concept. In the hall too, where we're packing, everybody's following the rule. But if you have too many people and then if ventilation is not enough, you can have a problem. So no volunteers right now. We do have enough. But any items in kind from people in Cape Town will be much appreciated. And this is all the food items and the hygiene items I mentioned. And cash, of course, will help tremendously, because this project is going to cost us R1 million a day minimum to feed 12,000 students and to support the firefighters. And we don't know what else will come out if they need any assistance that we haven't factored in yet.
I mean, obviously, it's going to be quite some time. I mean, I'll be frankly surprised at this stage if the UCT campus and if particularly the residences are safe, you know, by the end of the week. Are you able to help students for that long? I suppose it'll depend how much money you actually get.
Yes, 6 to 7 days is no problem. I gave the university that commitment from the beginning. We said 6 to 7 days is not an issue. We can do it, you know. And already it's very, very doable because of the kind of support that's coming in, from the kind of pledges that have been made, from people calling in. Yes, it's very doable. We probably can extend it to beyond that, you know, if necessary. And I think the public will respond because there's a huge, huge interest. It's an alma mater for many people. There's calls coming from outside South Africa because people have studied in UCT. The families of students who are in the campus itself, even those that are not in the residence, are interested in the university. There's people from all over the country who've studied there, you know, and besides the international ones, local people. So there's a lot of goodwill. And people who are not even associated with the university. Just because it's Cape Town, children are in difficulty. I mean, last night, those people who came to help, pediatricians, orthopedic surgeons, ENT specialists, emergency specialists, many of them, of course, were attached to the hospitals, to the varsity, but many came at no relation at all to the students. All they wanted to do was some good to benefit somebody else's child from somewhere far away.
Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman, as always, really appreciate the time. Thank you very much indeed. Dr. Suleiman, of course, the founder of the organization Gift of the Givers. Well,